I don't know for sure if there really is going to be a Halloween 3. But if there really is, I don't support it. But in a way I do, because it's still a part of the franchise. And I'm probably going to end up buying the movie if they do make it, because I'm a completist. But I would rather see Halloween 9. And I'm going to tell you whether you want to hear it or not. I'm going to tell you the truth. The reason that the Weinsteins would even make Halloween 3D or Halloween 3 or whatever you want to call it, or the reason that they won't make Part 9, just put it that way, is because they're afraid that it's going to fail. And that's the truth. They're afraid that nobody's going to like it. So they would rather start over fresh and go with something new. But in my opinion, you can't worry about failure, because you're not going to be able to please everybody anyway. Somebody's always going to have something to say. Look at me, for example. I didn't like H2O and everyone else did. A lot of people didn't like Halloween 6 and everyone else did. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to please everyone, so you might as well just make Part 9. No one really wants to see Part 3, except a handful of fans. The majority want closure with Resurrection. And that's the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. Nobody really wants Halloween 3, except the Rob Zombie fans. I have nothing against Scout Taylor Compton personally. I bashed her a lot in the past, but I was bashing her as an actress, not as a person. She's not a bad person. She just can't act. She didn't do such a good job. This is what the Michael Myers fanatic is going to give you. He's going to give you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. I don't want to see this movie. If it is true, The Rage of Michael Myers, really, The Rage, that's a really cheesy title. The Rage of Michael Myers. Oh, hey, what are you going to do today? Oh, I'm going to go see Halloween 3, The Rage of Michael Myers. The Rise of Michael Myers? It sounds like something that the fans on YouTube would come up with if they were making a fan film or something. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like the title of a fan film that a little 15-year-old boy made with his $11 camcorder and his Party City Michael Myers mask with his little toy knife that he got from a dollar store for Halloween. Is stupid. I don't mean to hurt anyone, but the idea is stupid. Like I said, I have nothing against Scout, but she just didn't pull it off for me. She did okay in the first Halloween, but in the second one she really sucked. I mean, running around saying, "I'm Angel Myers, Michael Myers' sister." Now, I know those weren't her lines. She was just saying what they told her to say, and I can understand that. But she couldn't even pull that off. All the other actors and actresses sounded as if they were really in danger. And I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot, but take Tamara Glenn for instance. She played Samantha in Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Now, when he was about to kill her with that scythe, she sounded like she was really afraid. Jamie Lee Curtis sounded like she was really afraid. Wendy Kaplan, Danielle Harris, all those great actresses sounded as if they were genuinely, truly afraid of Michael Myers. But Scout just sounded like an actress. She sounded like she was acting in the second one. In the first one she did okay. I'll give her that. But I don't want to see Halloween 3. I don't want to continue from that story. I don't care if it is taking Michael back to his roots. The only way to really take Michael back to his roots is to make part 9. That's it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to see a continuation of Rob's story. I don't care if it comes out in 2015, 2018, 2028. It doesn't matter when it comes out. Because all the waiting in the world, all the longevity in the world is not going to make the Michael Myers fanatic want to see this. When it comes out, will I go see it? Yes, I will, because I am a completist. I have to complete everything that I do. Especially when it comes to Halloween, or I wouldn't be the Michael Myers fanatic, would I? But that's really the only reason that I own the Rob Zombie remakes. Same thing as the other fans. The only reason that they own them is because they're completists. They feel like they have to buy them or they don't have the entire collection. They just own them so that they can say they have the entire collection. No other reason. That's the reason I own Halloween 3, so that I can say I own the collection. Now my cousin said to me, why don't you just tape Halloween 3? Because back then I used to tape them when they would come on TV. And he said to me, why don't you tape it? And I said, I don't want to tape it. He said, just do it so you can say you have all of them. That's when it started, and that was back in 2003. And he's right. I should just do it for the sake of owning every single Halloween movie. Look at Nate Dunning. He complains about Halloween 6 over and over and over again, yet he has 6 copies of it. Why? Because he's a completist. He wants to have every single Halloween film in the franchise. And that's the way us fans are. We want every single film. But this is not something I really want to see. I'd rather see part 9. Am I going to get part 9? Of course not. Because they are afraid of failure. They are afraid that nobody's going to like it. It has nothing to do with wanting to start fresh. It has nothing to do with that. They're simply afraid that no one is going to like part 9 because no one liked Resurrection. And no one liked Halloween 6. And deep down, people really hate H2O, even though they don't want to admit it. Fans said that H2O is more like a Scream movie. And that's what it is. It's basically using the same style of Scream, the same formula of Scream, but only instead of Ghostface, they have Michael Myers. That's the only difference. You're just afraid that nobody's gonna like your movie, so you would rather just make something different altogether, Weinsteins. The Michael Myers fanatic knows what you're up to. You're afraid. And he's here to tell you, in the words of Dr. Loomis, there's nothing wrong with being afraid. But you should try it anyway. And if they don't like it, then they just don't like it. It wouldn't be the first time they didn't like a Halloween film. They didn't like 5, they didn't like 6, they didn't like Resurrection, and they didn't like Rob Zombie's H2. So what's the difference? Out of 10 of your films, they didn't like 5 of them, because I forgot Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. So they liked half and they hated half. So you might as well make it. It's up to you. But that's the way I look at it. It's not a film I want to see. They're talking about it being released in September of 2015. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But that's my opinion on Halloween 3. It's not something I want to see, but I'll watch it to support the franchise. Scout, I have nothing against you personally. I just didn't like Halloween 2. I didn't like what they did with your character. It was stupid. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic, and whether you like it or not, I approve this message.